Welcome to LeapThru. We're really glad to have you on board, and we hope that our LeapConnect caregiving platform brings a helping hand to you, your loved ones, and the whole care team. In this video, we're going to walk you through the basic registration for LeapThru to get you up and running. The registration process itself takes around 10 to 20 minutes. So here we're going to walk you through how to get up and running quickly. And to do so, there are three major steps. First is to go and register at signup.leapthru.com. Then you got to download the apps specifically for the smartphone, and then you log in and go. There are other optional steps that you would take to add other devices or to add other members of the care team. Those will not be covered in this video, but there will be other videos that walk you through how to do those things. Alright, so a few points before actually beginning registration. The first is you'll need an invitation code that you'll receive from one of our health partners through an email or from LeapThru.com. Secondly, identifying who the primary caregiver is. This is the person who will be the main caregiver for the care recipient on the system. Frequently that is an adult child or a spouse or a loved one. This is the person also who is helping often to facilitate registration. So it's vitally important that the care recipient and this primary caregiver are talking and are on the same page about the system and how it's going to be used. Lastly, you'll need email addresses for each user on the system. Important to note that the care recipient and caregiver email addresses need to be different from one another. They can't be the same. On the right here, you can see the system requirements for the care recipient's smartphone, the caregiver's smartphone, or for using the LeapConnect portal. To begin, you'll need your invitation code that you can get from either the email from your health partner or alternatively by going to leapthru.com/getstarted to sign up for the public release of LeapThru. The link at the top of the page contains the invitation code. Click on the link from the top of the page or from the email and it will take you to the sign-up portal. If you need any assistance, click on Help or the chat icon in the bottom right. Otherwise, click Begin Registration. On the first registration screen, input the voucher code that you obtained from leapthru.com or from your invitation email, or simply click on the link from leapthru.com or your invitation email and it will pre-populate that code automatically. The next screen is for the primary caregiver's registration information. So fill that out and click Next. On the next screen, the primary caregiver should fill out their email, phone number, and password. Now we'll be entering the care recipient's information. So you click Add Care Recipient, and you'll see a couple of check boxes which are intended to make sure that the primary caregiver and the care recipient are talking and are on the same page about registering for LeapThru. Once you check those boxes, you'll input the care recipient's information. We'll speed through filling out the form. If you are ordering a smartwatch through LeapThru as part of a program from one of our health partners, be sure to check the box and then read the next checkbox for whether the watch gets sent to the care recipient or the caregiver for setting up. A smartwatch can also be purchased separately and connected to the LeapThru system for those signing on to the public version of the platform. A smartwatch can also be added later on. Today, LeapConnect works with most any Wear OS smartwatch. For more details on connecting a smartwatch, you can see the smartwatch help section and videos. Here you can review the information entered about the care recipient. You can also add additional care recipients. At a later point, the care recipient will have an opportunity to confirm their information. When you're done, click Next. Now the primary caregiver needs to read and agree to the terms and conditions and the privacy policy. At a later point, the care recipient will also have an opportunity to review both the terms and conditions and privacy policy and agree to those as well. At this point, the primary caregiver has the opportunity to pre-configure a few basic settings on behalf of the care recipient. The page takes a couple of minutes to go through. Alternatively, you can click skip. The care recipient will have an opportunity to review and adjust these settings at a later time, if they want. When finished, click Submit. At this point, registration is nearly complete. The primary caregiver has completed their portion of the registration and will now need to activate their account by validating their email and entering an authorization code that they receive on their phone. You can see an example of an email validation and entering an authorization code received from the phone right here. We now still need the care recipient to agree to terms and conditions and accept the privacy policy, as well as create a password. At this point, if the primary caregiver and the care recipient are together, you can simply click on the button that says Help Care Recipients Register. Otherwise, the care recipient can complete registration at a later point. It's a very quick process for them. They'll receive an email asking them to complete the sign-up, which will take them through the exact same process as clicking the Help Care Recipient to Register button. So we'll proceed clicking the link or pressing the button, and it will take us to the same place, which is the Begin Registration page. And then, as you'll see, they'll go through the same process. However, this time all the information is pre-populated. They simply need to fill in a new password and then read and confirm the terms and conditions and privacy policy, and then they are registered. It's important to note that until they do this step, their account will not be activated. The care recipient is registered, and now they have that same opportunity to review or edit those initial basic configuration settings that were already set up by the primary caregiver. The care recipient is now registered as well. Just like the caregiver, they will need to validate their email and validate their phone by entering the phone authorization code that gets sent to their phone. Here's an example above. And that completes step one. Both the primary caregiver and the care recipient are registered. They will each receive a welcome confirmation email. The next step is to download the care recipient application onto the care recipient's smartphone. Depending on the care recipient's smartphone, you'll either go to the Play Store if it's an Android, or the App Store if it's an Apple, and you'll search for LeapThru. And be sure to select LeapThru VIP for the care recipient. The other application, LeapThru Care for Caregivers, is the application that members of a care team can use to engage the care recipient. So select it and then download the application. One point to note is that if you search for LeapThru on the Play Store, you may actually see three applications: LeapThru Care for Caregivers, LeapThru VIP for care recipients, and LeapThru VIP for Wear OS, which is the application that runs on the smartwatch. Be sure to select LeapThru VIP for care recipients. We are now on the third and final step, which is simply to open the application and log in. Once the care recipient logs in with their password, they don't need to keep doing it. That login will maintain and persist until they are actively logged out. The very first time you open the application, you'll have a series of permission requests. The first for Android is to allow the LeapThru application to use location data all the time. This is necessary for the app to function properly. For the remaining permissions, go ahead and keep clicking Allow. For Android, you'll also want to select Exclude under Power Saving Exclusions to allow LeapThru to continually run in the background. Lastly, for Android, you'll need to enable Draw Over Other Apps in the settings in order for LeapThru to function properly. For iPhones, there will be one more permission step after we log in. Now we'll go ahead and log in. We'll log in as care recipient Dorothy. If the care recipient's phone is an iPhone, you'll need to go into the settings under the general settings and make sure that the LeapThru VIP applications location is set to always. That's important for ensuring that the application can effectively run in the background. And that's it. The care recipient, in this case Dorothy, is now set up on LeapThru and can go about their everyday life using their phone as they generally would. So what's next? If the caregiver is notified of a situation, they can open up their care recipient app or alternatively log in through the portal on either their phone or the desktop and look at the alert, see what's going on currently, and take action. In the example that you're seeing here, there are a number of different kinds of alerts in Dorothy's attention queue. They're there for illustration purposes. Typically, there would only be one or maybe two alerts that require a caregiver's attention. If caregivers or a care recipient would like to log in through the LeapThru portal, go to LeapThru.com and click on Login. Here you can see those same alerts and get more detail, but you can also get more information about their current situation as well as what may have been going on. Similarly, when you're ready to take action, you can do so, and all those other members of the care team will be notified automatically. If I'm worried about Dorothy and haven't been able to communicate with her, I can also break through to her phone, which will cause her phone to automatically pick up without requiring her to do so. So that concludes this video. For more information or help on how to use different LeapThru features, how to configure LeapThru to work for your situation, how to add additional care team members, see the help section of the LeapConnect platform. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the LeapThru community.